Well, I know this might sound a little bit crazy to you, but I genuinely believe that our squad is strong enough to get promotion to the Premier League. Hello and welcome to Club 2, part 14 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our first championship fixtures of the brand new season against Charlton and Nottingham Forest. So since the last episode, we signed a whole bunch of players, including the one and only Jude's brother, and that is Joe Bellingham. I think he's going to be the standout player this year, in my opinion, because he just looks absolutely wonderful. Due to the end of the game, where we absolutely rant about him, how bad he is, but hopefully that doesn't happen. So obviously, like I said, season preview, we are predicted to finish mid-table, which is probably about correct, considering we're newly promoted. The other newly promoted teams are predicted to finish 23rd and 24th, Grimsby and Exeter. How they're in the championship, I do not know, but I reckon if we can get off to a good start, i.e., win our first 10 matches, win the first 10 matches in a row, that would be absolutely spectacular. I reckon we could go on and win, get promotion to the Premier League, maybe just challenge for promotion. So this is the lineup for our first game of the brand new season against Charlton. It is Super Sin Salo in goal, a back four of new boy Curtis Allain. Then we've got Gilchrist, obviously an OG. Then we've got Papa Bear at the back. Papa Bear. I think we'll just go with Papa Bear. It sounds quite good. That. Then we've got new boy Demetrius Constantino coming in to left back. Obviously, Deshani Silva would normally be first choice, but he's unfortunately injured. Then we've got Daniel Kelly at the base of the midfield. Then alongside Joe Bellingham, we have Chris Rigg. Then we've got Paul Young out on the right. New boy Van Axel Doggan on the left. Then we've got our star striker. Hopefully, he doesn't have a rubbish first half of the season. Jordan Beggs is up front. We do have a couple new boys on the bench. We've got Warren and Garner on the bench alongside Ivan McNeil, Kane Ramsey, Hugo Guillermo, and Sibley Lawson. And that's about it. I'm sure there will be. We are lacking one centre back. I'm sure there might be. That might come in today's episode, or that might have to wait until the next episode. We'll see who pops up. I'm not just going to sign anyone. I want to sign someone with decent potential. I don't really know. Can't remember how much budget we have left, but that's something for future Jack can look at after this game. Chris Rigg has got the ball. I tell you what, I don't know how good Charlton are in real this game, so I'm going to take this game as a pinch of salt. If we can get the win, we can get the win. If we don't win, we've got plenty of other games to potentially pick up the 3 points. As long as we get at least one win in today's episode, I think that is a good start. Obviously, if we lose both games, yeah, this season might be not a struggle, but it just won't be a good start. Paul Young has gone into the box. He shoots, he scores. That's his first goal of the season. Probably one of the easiest goals he would score in his career, because nobody was really putting any form of real pressure on him. I mean, he went around that defender like he wasn't even there. He went around him so easy. He couldn't get anywhere near him. That is absolutely wonderful. Jordan Bexley with the assist. Absolutely great stuff. That Chris Rigg is going to whip in the corner, crosses it. That wasn't a bad delivery. Does fall to Jordan Beggs. Oh, that could have been 2-0. But unfortunately, I think somebody was narrowly offside. I don't know if it might have been Rigg that was the offside man, but yeah, not too bad. 20 minutes into the game, I have 6 shots, 2 on target. I think we're very unlucky not to have a second goal of the game, which I think is definitely coming. Whether or not it will happen in this first set, but Van Axel Doggan has won a free kick. With Curtis Allain whips in, and Daniel Kelly does put the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-0. I don't know if Charlton are just bad, or are we just really good? I'm leaning towards Charlton are really bad. Until we come up with against a really difficult team, I suspect that's probably the next game, which is against Nottingham Forest. Not newly relegated. They've been in the Championship for quite some time. I don't know how long they've been in the Championship, but they've certainly been in there for Leeds, this is their second season in the Championship at the moment, but I don't know how long they've been down. I presume they're just like a yo-yo team, Nottingham Forest. Josh Beggs has got the ball, has the shot, but unfortunately it doesn't find the back of the net, but that would have been a great goal to make it 3-0, but at least it's getting shots on goal. At least he's got an assist, so that gives them a little bit more confidence, better than last year. Rowan has got the ball. Can we just get the ball upfield? And thankfully, the Charlton shot is well wide of the post and not even threatened. Super Sinsano in goal. Absolutely wonderful stuff that is. That's saying it's never going to get old. Super Sinsano in goal. Absolutely love him to bits. Castledine has got the ball down to Satterstorm. Are we just going to get the... I presume... I think Gilchrist or Papa Bear did get the header away, but I mean, he's a good defender. If we can keep a clean sheet today, oh my good God, Constantinos, oh my God, thank you, Sinsano, for being so alive, because Sinsano hasn't really been tested yet. Yes, great defending. I don't know who that was with a vital tackle. I think it was Gilchrist with the late tackle. Absolutely beautiful defender, but we do have 35 minutes left to go. I think we'll probably give it another 10 before we make any form of substitutions. Van Axel Doggan is looking very tired. I don't know why he has a different name to what we call him. His name is Amauricio. Might just have to give him a little nickname or just shorten his name just to Axel Doggan because it's too big of a name. We are going to get him off. Kamara is going to come on. Daniel Kelly is also going to make way for Hugo Guillamon to one more debut to add into the mix. Rowan has got the ball. We will throw it in and hopefully we do head it out. And who headed that out? Was it Joe Bellingham that headed it out? Egan Riley with the striker, thankfully. I think if that was on target, I suspect Sinsano did have it covered and probably would have made the save. We've got 20 minutes left to go until we get our first win in the Championship season. 15 minutes left to go. A third goal here will probably wrap up the game. Chris Rigg has got the ball. Now to Papa Bear. Goes into the box, cuts it back to Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. I don't know who I said. I think I might have mix the two names together. I think I said Jude Bellingham, but Bellingham does put the ball into the back of the net for his first goal for West Bromwich Albion. I tell you what, that midfield of Rigg and Joe, that might just be the pairing that we play throughout the whole season. I don't think the other two realistically get an opportunity to start ahead of him because I think they've been absolutely amazing this game. We've given away a penalty. Come on, Super Sinsano. Come on. Please make the save. Come on. He does. We've got Super Sinsano in goal. Absolutely. I'm gonna be chanting that every time he saves the penalty. Absolutely wonderful stuff. He's gonna be one hell of a goalkeeper this year. He's only contracted to 1 year, which is slightly terrifying, but I think we'll make it work. We are going to make a couple more changes. Chris Rigg is going to make way for Isaac Price, and I think Young also makes way for Zibedy Lawson. Give him a little bit of a run out. Why not? He's only going to be back up, so he can come on as and when he can. Fernandez will whip in a corner for Charlton. Can we just get it header cleared? Papa Bear does header it out. Danger still not over here. Sort of is now because the ball is back in with the Charlton defence, but they do swiftly go on the attack. Scott puts it across goal, and unfortunately, Joaquin is there to put it into the back of the net to get a 1 goal back for Charlton. I don't think it's going to mean much to them, but got a couple minutes left to play. Can we just hold on to our 2-goal lead? I don't really want to be conceding any more goals, but it looks like we are going to hold on, and we have got the 3 points. First 3 points of the Championship season. That is a very, very good result. Hopefully a result that we can hopefully build on and hopefully get a lot more wins throughout this season and hopefully try and build something of a decent season, because obviously last time in West Bromwich in the Championship they got relegated. How good are Charlton? Just to have a look. I don't know if we can look at their... So what did they do last season? Probably not great, probably mid-table. I can't really see what their championship season was last year, which is slightly annoying. I thought you'd be able to hover it over it, but that's a little upsetting. Actually, we could probably look at just last year's. What did Charlton actually do last year? 32, 33 grades. It's not loaded. So I'm going to presume they were fairly rubbish and close to relegation. That's why we beat them so comfortably. We've got Millwall in the Carabao Cup, which obviously I couldn't care less about it. I suspect we are going to beat them quite comfortably as another championship team. If we could go on a cup run in the Carabao Cup like last year, that would be absolutely spectacular. But I will do some squad rotation in that game. Then hopefully we carry on with our winning momentum with a win against Nottingham Forest. We are safely through to the second round of the Carabao Cup after we got a 3-1 win over Millwall, with the goals coming from debutant Ivan McNeil, who was there to score 2 goals, and alongside the Isaac Price penalty spot kick. Then Millwall did get a goal back through Emil Hoyland, who looks mysteriously like Rasmus Hoyland. Could they? I presume they are brothers. Only he is a lot. He's not as good as Rasmus, but still a good player nonetheless. So that does set us up nicely with a second round tie against League One Peterborough. So that we should be going through to the third round fairly comfortably. I reckon in the next episode we might be potentially playing the Carabao Cup tie, depending on who we get. If we don't get a Premier League tie in the run, I probably won't bother showing you any of the games because it's pretty meaningless. Still haven't signed a centre back yet, but I'm sure one will come between now and the next episode, hopefully. So this is the lineup. It's pretty much an unchanged team from our first league win, but I'll do it again. It's Super Sinsana in goal. Back four, not Maxilane, Curtis Lane. I don't think they're brothers. Definitely not brothers, because that guy's a new gen. Gilchrist, Papa Bear, Constantino, Kenny at the base of the midfield. Then we've got the Bellingham and Rigger. I think that's going to be one of the best duos in the midfield in the championship. Then we've got Young on the right, Van Axel Doggan on the left. And then we've got Joshua Beggs, who hasn't scored yet, but McNeil is lurking in the wings. Obviously got 2 goals in that Carabao Cup tie, but that was just the Carabao Cup tie, but it wasn't against the championship opposition. So potentially, if Bexley doesn't score, I don't want to say he's gone, because look what happened in the second half of the season. He was absolutely on fire. So I'm hoping he's on fire for the whole season, and he just had a little bit of a blip in the first game, but he did get an assist in the first game. So it's not all bad. Constantino has got the ball, but unfortunately the highlight does peter out from the kickoff. I don't think we were going to create much from that opportunity, but if we can get a win against Nottingham Forest, don't know how good they are. I'm going to presume they've only just been relegated from the Premier League within the last couple of years, but let's see what happens. If we can get the win, we'll get the win, and if we do get the first goal, I think we'll win quite comfortably. Obviously, if Forest score first, I think it's going to be a bit of an interesting game. Young has got the ball, goes into space. I don't think that was the right option. I think he probably was hoping Bexley was going to make a run onto it, but very unfortunate. But a decent opportunity to start with. Chris Rigg now to Constantino. Can we just play the ball forward? That's a lovely run. It's a great run by Constantino for Rigg to play the ball onto, but the pass through to Bexley just was not good enough. He needed a lot more power behind it, and Papa Bear Gilchrist is there to clear up any form of danger brewing by Nottingham Forest. But they do win a corner with Quashy, who does throw it sort of long, but we do head it and clear. Danger still not quite over yet with Amaro. Can we just get the ball? Come out and send Asano a very simple save, but it's a save that he needed to make, because obviously any mistakes there, it would have been 1-0 to Forest. I thought we were going to get an opportunity. I thought Bexley was going to go through on goal from a Asano long kick, but it didn't quite work out like that. But 20 minutes into the game, it is fairly even. A draw for both teams probably be the best result at the moment if you look at the stats, but we've had more shots and just one more shot on target than Forest. But Bexley tries to chase onto the ball, but just narrowly misses out. Bellingham with a good interception. Young has got the ball. He's got space to play into Doggett. Bexley has got the ball. He's not really got anyone to pass to, but goes to Doggett. Bellingham with the strike. Just a touch too far over the top of a crossbar. If he had got a little less power and tried to go for the bottom corners, I reckon he probably would have stood more of a chance of putting the ball into the back of the net. Gilchrist now to Elaine. Good link-up play from the two of the defenders. Oh my God. It's coming. It's getting very close. It's getting very tight. In the penalty area, Bellingham with another strike. This time just narrowly over the top of a crossbar. He's getting close to finding the back of the net. We're creating a lot of chances indeed. You wouldn't think Nottingham Forest were a decent side. We're making them look like an amateur championship side, bottom half at the best. Come on, lads. Got a couple minutes left to go of the first half against Nottingham Forest, but hopefully we might be able to grab a late goal in the first half. But Forest are the team with the ball, and Gilchrist is there to get the ball cleared. Alain with a decent run. Now to Bexley. He's got space to run into. What's he going to do? He shoots. It's a decent save from Patterson. It was going in. It was going to squeeze just into that bottom right corner, but unluckily for us, the goalkeeper was there to make made a simple save, but it could have really gone anywhere. It was bouncing, so on another day, it might have bounced over the top of the goalkeeper. But we head into the second half goalless at the moment, but I think we've been very unlucky not to go 1-0 up. We've had 13 shots, 5 on target. Forest, 4 shots, 2 on target. They started the game well, but then they sort of slowed down. But they do have a corner with Amaro. He does whip it in. We do header out. Galazzi, thank you, Galazza with the strike. Thankfully, he does put it over the top of the crossbar for the goal kick. 35 minutes left to go. I do think there is only 1 minute in this tie, and should we get the first goal, I think that will be us. And Alain has got the ball, has the chance to cross it. What's he going to do? Finds Young. Now to Bellingham. Really put it across goal. I thought he was going to go down and we might be awarded a penalty. Alain now to Rig. He shoots. He scores. He doesn't score quite yet, but that was so close to finding the top left-hand corner. A great save from the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper. I think Sinsano is actually against his former club. I think we bought Sinsano off from Nottingham Forest, so their goalkeepers have an absolute lovely time. I think our goalkeepers not really have much to do, and oh my God, how's that not gone into the back of the net? It literally just rolled past the goal line, and somehow Nottingham Forest, they haven't scored. Bellingham, oh, if only Bexley was onto that, but that's a little unfortunate. Sinsano is there with a decent catch. I don't think he really needed to die for that, because no one was really putting any form of pressure on him. Can we get the ball back, please? Well done, Papa Bear. That's a very good pass out to Van Dongen. I think we'll probably give it to the end of his side. Then we'll make our first couple changes. Bexley out to Constantino, now to Chris Rick. The build is looking very promising. That's a poor pass, and that is why he's our backup left back. The sooner Silva is back, the better, because Constantino, he's got mistakes in him, that boy. We are going to make a couple changes. I think Alain is going to make way for Ramsey. I think Paul Young also makes way for Sibty Lawson, and Kelly is going to make way for Hugo Guillamon. And with 25 minutes left to go, it's still very much all in this. We've had, well, like most games that we play, we've had more shots than the home team. Van Dongen with the corner. Looks like he will go short to Bexley. Back to Van Dongen. He crosses it. Papa Bear was lurking at the back post, but couldn't quite get the ball on target. But Boniface does go on a counter attack. He goes wide. I don't know why he had to go wide. And there we go. Amir Shaka does put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. I feel like they don't deserve this at all, because they haven't really done much in front of goal. How do we have a much lesser XG than Forest? That doesn't make any sense. 0.77. We've had 19 shots, 8 on target. Somehow still haven't had a goal. Dogan is going to make way for Kamara, and I think we will also get off Gilchrist for Warren and Garner. Come on, 10 minutes left to play. I still feel like we could grab an equaliser. Let's drop a little bit of encouragement in the hope we can get the equalising goal. 5 minutes left to go. I think we are just running out of time. We played really well today, but just very unfortunate not to get that goal that we desperately needed. Is there going to be a late twist in the tail? Unfortunately not, and that is our first defeat in the championship. I'm not disappointed. I'm disappointed that we didn't get the goal. Not disappointed about the defeat. Just the fact we created so many chances and somehow we couldn't put the ball into the back of the net. I mean, Nottingham Forest go top of the league, albeit we were the early game. We played on the Friday, so they won't be top of the league for long. But yeah, hopefully that's not the start of a bad spell. So Norwich should be. I don't know who is actually newly relegated, because I don't know who is. Sunderland, Derby, Southampton. How long have Nottingham Forest been in the Championship? So I feel like they haven't been in there. Yeah, so this is their second season in the Championship, so they got relegated 2 seasons ago. So I guess that's not a bad result against the newly relegated side. And imagine Norwich are pretty much similar, newly relegated. So I think we'll play a fair few games in between now and the next episode. So I think we'll just come back beginning of October for our games against Bristol City and Cardiff. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.